These sketchbooks come in all shapes and sizes, but what I wanted to show you was that when you're working in a sketchbook, don't feel restricted or restrained to the size of the sketchbook that you've bought. If you find your drawings are more expressive and they need a bit more room, just draw on more paper and stick it in. With this sketchbook, I was exploring the use of water-soluble graphite pencils. I was repeating. Never two marks are the same, and because I was working quite rapidly, it allowed for the accidental to happen. Sometimes the accidental is like a platform, a leaping stepping stone, where you pick up the accident that's really nice and then you run with it. What I found with these sketchbooks was that I was getting more and more interested in edges. Edges became important, whether they were the torn edge, which is what I was looking at here, and that actually becomes quite prominent in my more recent work. Also make notes as you go along. The notes that you go on to make, you could be just jotting down what your thoughts, what your ideas are, what materials you used, what time, where you were, the date, just things to jog your memory later on when you're looking back through your sketchbook. You might see that you want to remember what materials you actually used. Just looking through this, you'll see where I was talking about edges, it's actually quite a beautiful edge there, completely accidental in my sketchbook, but I took that forward with me. And this also shows where I didn't want to be restricted by the shape and size of the book, so I stuck pages in and folded them up so that I could put them in. The other thing with sketchbooks is, bear in mind, you can stick different kinds of paper in. So again, you're not being restricted by the type of paper that's in the sketchbook. It is the place to play and explore. I, at this point, started bringing in some acrylic paint and introduced a bit of colour. And these later on became very, very big canvases that I was commissioned, and they went into the corporate sector, into private residential. Just playing. It keeps your sketchbook nice and fresh. It also means that it becomes quite interactive. In this way, it means that people can actually partake in handling your sketchbook, unfolding bits and pieces. It's almost like, for me, like they're participating a bit more in your sketchbook. I've made pockets out of envelopes where you can stick things in, more bits tied in. So that's just to show you, as I said earlier, whatever size, shape of sketchbook you get, don't be dictated to just by that size and the type of paper that's in it. Just play and explore.